Good morning, good morning, good morning. It is July 4th. This girl got makeup on. If you watched yesterday's, or 2 days, or 3 days, I've not had a cup of coffee. I am now, well, maybe 2 days. Now I'm having a cup of coffee. And I got makeup. We're on a roll. Happy 4th of July. It's Independence Day. It is a good day. It is going to be a hot one. You know what? There are some areas in the United States that have humidity at the percentage of the heat. Can you imagine? I wish I was there. Yes, I said that. I just wish I was close to family and friends. Yes. Well, what happened from yesterday to today? Well, it's been a good day. I'm reading a message from a very beautiful, dear friend. I don't want her. Oh. This is what she sent me. I'm going to read it before I do the reading today. This is from a beautiful lady, Kim. Sweet words. Sweet words are easy to say and nice things are easy to buy, but good people are difficult to find. Life ends when you stop dreaming. Hope ends when you stop believing. And love ends when you stop crying. And friendship ends when you stop sharing. So true. It's so beautiful. Very well needed today. So nice. It's been the last 2 days. Yes, I made a video those last 2 days and it's like, she really did that. Yeah, I did. I am feeling a lot better. I'm going to be really, really honest. I hope you saw yesterday's video of the tips for the kids, with it being the 4th of July. Yeah, make sure you have safety glasses. They're clear ones that you can buy. They even have some sporty ones that the girls may not want to wear the goggles, you know. It's almost like doing a science project for the boys, but wear the safety goggles tonight for the 4th of July, and always, you know, try to instill safety when doing fireworks. And when I taught my children is when they started a firework, they yell, "Fire in the hole," and they run. So, yeah, I hope that might have helped you a couple of those tips. But today's reading from Our Daily Bread is on July 4th, 2019. Every story. I opened the Whimsical Illustrated Children's Bible and began to read my grandson. Immediately, we were enthralled as the story of God's love and provisions unhurled, imposed. Marking our place, I turned the book over and read the title once again. The Jesus Storybook Bible. Every story whispers his name. Every story whispers his name. To be honest, sometimes the Bible, especially the Old Testament, is hard to understand. And why do those who don't know God seems to triumph over God's own? How can God permit such cruelty when we know it's his character to be pure, and that his purpose are for our good? After his resurrection, Jesus met 2 followers on the road to Emmaus who didn't recognize him and were struggling with disappointment over the death of their own hope for Messiah. They had hoped that he was the one who was going to redeem Israel. Luke then records how Jesus reassured them. Beginning with Moses and all the prophets, Jesus explained to them that was said to all the scriptures concerning himself. Every story whispers his name, even the hard stories, because they reveal the comprehensive brokenness in our world and our needs for a rescuer. Every act, every event, and every intervention points of the redemption of God designed for his wayward loved ones, to bring us back to himself. Every story whispers his name. How is God's rescue at work in your life? What stories trouble you today? In what ways, however small, can you see God at work in them? before I even go into the 3 questions, one thing that it really hit was that sometimes the Bible, especially the Old Testament, is hard to understand. Even any scripture you read, it's like, I just don't understand. And I remember learning in service last Sunday that was a really good tip, is if you don't understand what's being written, is read this description before and then read it afterwards. Those 2 paragraphs, or those 2 paragraphs, are going to intermine with the middle one that you're reading that you don't understand. Maybe go back a few and then go down a few, and that will help you understand what is happening in that paragraph. It was a good tip, because there's sometimes I just get lost, and when you get lost, you just get distracted and you think about, I need to get that done, I need to get that done, and it's like you're not really giving yourself your cup of words. And so if you're having difficulty, it's okay, you're not the only one. I run into difficulties all the time. But in today is, if you don't understand something, like I stated, read the paragraph before and then read the paragraph after. That could help. It helped me, or has been helping me. So, to go to the questions, it says, how is God rescue at work in your life? The past 3 days has been tough. And I plunged through it. And it just seems like, how did I catch that yuckiness? And I've been doing a lot of thinking, and yes, it just seems like you're trying to do good, and then you get kicked to the ground, and and it's like, I can't go on this camera if I'm looking like that. But you know what? He doesn't care what I look like. It's what's in my soul, what's in my heart, what's in my character, how I am as a person. I'm not going to fake it, because he will be confronting that situation when I go. So how is God rescuing your work in your life? He gives me strength. When Ray said maybe we need to go to the hospital, it's like, I'm about that point. But then something hit me. The last time I had a certain type of meat, I got that ill again. And I understand now that I cannot have beef. And it just wipes me out for a good 3 to 4 days. It's just something in it that I just cannot have it. And we had just had a steak last week. And he had barbecued a very small steak. I had just a small piece, just maybe 3 bites, and it wiped me out for 4 days. I remember when we went to the restaurant, and I had I think it's about 4 ounces I had, and that wiped me out. So it comes down to it where I had to recognize the situation, and I wasn't out in public, so I didn't, it wasn't, but I was ill. It was nasty. It was, and Ray wasn't sick, I was. So it's me, my body's changing. Since I'm changing, God had given me strength, saying, you know what, just drink the fluids, just rest, it'll be out of your system. And it is. So, how is God's rescue at work in your life? This is another thing, is this past month, 2 months, 3 months, 3 years, I've been wanting to be closer to my babies, my kids, my grandson. I want to be close to the kids. I just don't know what it is. I want to be close to my family and my friends back home. It's really hard, and he's been hearing my prayers, and he's been comforting me. But I have to understand the way he's comforting me. I got a phone call at 11 o'clock last night, and my daughter's her voice, and my heart stopped. I go, what is wrong? Something happened? and she needed her mom. And it's like, those are moments wish I was closer. But she called me, and I just had to calm her down. So that's the beauty. He works in different ways. What story troubles you today? A story. The thing about it is everyone, he's already written our book. God has already written your book. He knows what you're going to go through. It's called choice. What direction you might change it up, because he's always there. So, has troubled me today. Today is just family. You know, the 4th of July is always about friends and family. And this is one of my father's favorite holidays. And this is one of the last holidays I celebrated with my father before he passed. And my bonus mom, which I call, she's my stepmom, but I call them bonus. I don't like the word step. They're a bonus. She had put out there, you know, she misses Chucky. And happy birthday. And I'm thinking, oh my goodness. She knows. I mean, she too knows. And I'm not the only one going through it. So that story is difficult. He was always the one that put it in my head. Safety first. Make sure those kids are safe. In what ways, however small, can you see God work in them? The phone call last night. Messages from friends who send them to me. You know, I might never have met these individuals who sent me these messages. She is just not the only one. I had received a message from a gentleman, from another lady, and it comes down to it is that I am very humbled and very grateful. I don't overlook those, and I want them to know that. I'm very appreciative. And I might not respond right away. I could be in the middle of something, or I haven't seen it, so I don't ever want them to feel that what they're saying isn't meaningful, because they might think it's small, but it means a lot. And it's God working through them. God knows I've been pretty down the last 3 days, you know, spiritually attacked, and doubting, is this even assisting, helping? And the thing is that I shouldn't worry about things like that. Continue. He gives you strength. So I'm thankful for God for having people in my life. I really am. Ones I've met and ones I've not met. I'm very blessed. And today's reading was out of Luke 24, chapters 17 through 27. That's what the reading was. The title was Every Story. And there is a passage that was taken out of Luke, and it stated, beginning with Moses and all the prophets, he explained to them that he said in all scriptures concerning himself. All scriptures. And if you don't understand, read before and read the one after, and then read the one that you had. What was that a saying? So you can have some clarity to it. In today's prayer today, dear God, help me listen as you whisper your name through the stories of Scripture, every story. And that is the truth. Believe it or not, everything you do every day whispers. You're whispering. You are praying. You are talking to him. And another thing that I want to I'm going to read it one more time. Dear God, help me listen as you whisper your name through the stories of Scripture, every story. I had a conversation with a very, very dear friend. She is tackling a lot right now, a lot. And she goes, you know, I'm just not a good Christian. I haven't read my scriptures, but I've been praying. I've been talking to God, and I go, why are you saying you're a bad Christian? You're still having communication with God. You're not a bad person. You're being distracted not to read, but you're not a bad person. That does not make you a bad person, because you're still having open communication, and you're asking for help. That's all he wants. And she goes, you know what, you're right. Who am I to judge? Don't judge yourself. Ask for forgiveness. What was the other one? Understanding. So it being July 4th, I'll make a small one, a little one. And yeah, I hope you all have a beautiful day, a safe day, a cool day. Push the fluids. Be careful of the pets. Last night, you know, my babies were a little active, and it's anxiety, and I don't like them upset like that. That just breaks my heart. So I had to play some classical music just to calm down the energy in the house. So all of you want to come up and say goodbye? Come here. I have Ginger with me. Come here. Oh yes, my baby girl. Were you upset last night? Yes, you were. You were upset last night. Yes. Yes. You mama's baby girl. Yes. All of you. Can you say goodbye? Oh, you can say goodbye. Oh, I love you too. I love you. Every one of you, be good to yourself. Be good to others, for we just don't know what part of the journey they're on, do we? I know. It's going to be a hot one. And I know they'll be going tonight. We'll protect you. Yes. Yes. I'll see you in the next video tomorrow. So we love you. And hopefully you'll have a good one. We'll see you soon. Thank you again for your patience, and we'll see you tomorrow's Friday. Enjoy.